Right, just a quick, what's the word, what can I use? Quick update for a few people that have messaged me on Facebook asking me how I'm getting on and what I'm catching fish on. Basically, I'm bream fishing at Pendle View Fisheries this week. It is now Thursday, well it's not, it's Tuesday morning. Got here Wednesday, I'm here till, no, so I got here Sunday, I'm going on Wednesday. It's Tuesday morning now. I'm going to basically quickly run through the rig that I'm using to catch these fish on. But first, this week I wasn't going to do a lot of filming, so this vlog's not going to be long, it's just a quick one. Some of you will be happy about that, I would have thought. Basically, I've been on a bit of a social with my friend Dave. He's come up from down south. He fished here for a couple of nights with me. He did well, he caught a big 40-pound carp. He's a carp angler. I've been fishing for the bream. So far I've had 6 bream between 2 and 4 pound. It's not a lot. I mean, I've had 2 little perch. I've been fishing for the perch morning and evenings. And I've also been fishing for the eels. I've had 2 eels, 2 good eels. On one of my spare rods out at Weir, my quiver-tip rod. And I've had a big bream. I won't say big. It was 7 pound 5 ounces. My personal best out of this lake. So that was happy days when I caught that. It was a real fat thing. You'll probably see that blog after this piece. And the weather, I'll be honest with you, it's been absolutely shocking. Oh, it's been absolutely awful. Monday evening from 7 o'clock onwards, it's just deteriorated. It's got windier, it's got very rainy, hailstony. Oh, but I still love being here. Anyway, right, just a quick one. The rig that I'm using to catch these bream with at Pendle View, which I always use when I come on here, is the heli rig. And as you can see, there's my lead. Comes down to T-junction, if you can see. 2 beads, tungsten beads. Got a tungsten sleeve, anti-tangle sleeve to my braid, to my hook, and it's my maggot and corn rig, which I'm always using. But on this one, I'm tying a bag of maggots to the bottom, and I'm hooking the hook link into the bottom of the maggots, maggot liner, if you will, and then I've been fishing that over a spotted area, shall we say. And another thing was, I had a lot of bait to get rid of in the house this last week, like old boilie and that sort of thing. So well, this is my second lot, but my first lot, there was a picture on it on Facebook of the mix I used. I've had to get somebody to drop this ground bait off to me because I run out. I had a lot of chopped boilie crumb, different shapes and sizes of boilie, in with some maggots, casters, corn and some ground bait, and that's what I was using as my spod mix for the first 24 hours, or should I say first 36 hours really. I ran out last night. I got somebody to pick some more ground bait up, and I don't know if you can see this, it's just a different mix what I'm using. It's very simple. It's for the bream. It's basically coconut ground bait with a lot of dead maggots in it, a lot of corn, hemp and casters. And that's going into the spod. It's going out 40 yard towards the main gates, and it's working a treat. I've not lost any fish yet. But that's basically, it's a 2 kilo, well, I've got another kilo left of ground bait, so I can make another bucket full up. Another quarter of a bucket, and that's basically my bait. And 2 rigs is the helicopter rig with the maggots on, and that's all I'm using. I did use the inline lead with a PVA bag over the hook with a stick mix that I normally use, the Hinder's Blitz mix, but I swapped over because it's not hard fishing on here, it's quite easy. The bottom's hard, it is silty, but it's hard, and it's quite easy fishing. And to be honest, I thought this is a better presentation. Is the helicopter rig on here. I find it better than I do with the inline lead. seem to get more hookups with this rig. So that's basically it really. There's not a lot to go on. You know, I'm here for another 24 hours and I'll be off. It was just, like I say, it's just a social this session. I wasn't really going to do any blogging or filming, but people have been asking me on Facebook about bits and bobs, so I thought, well, I'll make a quick one for you. That's pretty much the same really, the ground bait that I'm using. When I say coconut smell, it's this one from Baitech, sweet coconut. You can see it's the Method Mix sweet coconut from Baitech. Well, what I do with this actually, well, it's a bit of a tip for you. I do like this stuff to use it the way I'm doing now with putting it in my spod mix. As the summer goes on, I like to add it to my, what's the word, to my spod mix, if you will. Very rare that I use it actually on the Method. I like to put it in my spod mix. And you get a lot of bits in this, little bits of core and that sort of thing. And what I do, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my ground bait. I like to riddle it, and I tend to do it the night before if I can. So what I do is I get my ground bait, make it with some mineral water or a lake water near me, maybe. That's the easiest way that I do it. Mix it up. And with this ground bait, when you riddle it, you get lots of bits of corn, hard corn in it, and bits of flakes of all sorts really. And I like to take them out and chuck them away. I don't really want them in. I just like the fine crumb. And I put that, like I say, it's in that mix, and it's brilliant. I mean, the last two trips I've been using a spod. I mean, I don't know if any of you lot are like me, but I just can't get that bloody spom to do what I want it to do. It's just an absolute nightmare. With a spod, I can hit the spot every single time without fail. It's so much accuracy is better with it, should I say. That it's more quieter when you cast out, and you can lay it on the bottom. The downside is you can't get as much bait out as you can with the spom. That's the only downside, but you know, that's why I put the ground bait in with the spod mix, so I can shove it down with my thumb and it doesn't come out. I don't lose any. But if you're like me, I just spod is so much better. Don't get me wrong, the spod has its uses, but I just can't get it to work. You know, I mean, I've ordered a new spom, the one from Fox. Now I'll give that a go and see what that's like. But for accuracy, you can't beat the spod. Like I said, I'm only fishing 40 yard out, and I thought the spod's going to be easier, and that's why the ground bait, the mixture, is in with the spod mix, so I can shove it down with my thumb. But I like to do that anyway, you know, just a bit more of a carpet on the bottom, a bit more of a colour. So anyway, that's about the lot really. Nothing more else to say about this trip. If I catch another fish, I'll blog it down for you. You can have a look. I've took some footage of the rain, the hailstorm that we had last night. That's quite funny. He just turned up out of nowhere. Nice, beautiful blue skies, and it's like somebody's flicked a switch and it just hit us. So yeah, this is the blog now. Short blog. So I'm gonna get this wrapped up again on my sticks and get a new PVA bag made. I'm gonna bring the other one in, do the same, put a bit more bait out, and I'm gonna sit on that for the night. If I catch another big 7-pounder or so, I'll get that on the blog so you can see it. But in a second you'll see one that I caught yesterday evening about this time, and you'll see that one. A nice fish, big fat fish it was. It was a real big gut on it. It was a fancy fish. I was well happy with that. So I'm travelling light, as you can see. I've only got my shelter with me again. My bivvy's turned round, so it's the wind's hitting the back of my bivvy and it's coming over the top of me. My rod's around the corner. I've got a receiver to tell me if I've got a bite. So that's my setup. Right. If I don't see you again, I will see you. Well, I'm hoping to do some tench fishing next in the next week or so. That's when my next blog will be up. You'll probably see this blog probably on Wednesday night if you see it. My next tench session will probably be next week. Touch wood if things go to plan. I've had a few issues last week and the week before, so that's my next tench session. But I might try and get a sneaky trip up onto Match Lake here. There's some good fish up there to be had on float rod, so I might one day next week have a go at that. But the next big blog will be from the next tench session, probably at Wyeside, probably next week if things go to plan. It's probably that blog's going to be similar to this, similar to the last one at Wyeside. I'll be more mobile like I am now, my Barra. I'll probably go from one lake to the next one. You know, I might just do another. I might do a couple of nights on the river and try and get a big tench, and then go on to Sunny 2 if I can. But last time it worked on my last blog, my last tench blog. I caught one right at the death. I was very lucky to catch that. So yeah, I'll see how we get on. So thanks for watching this little blog. Say if I catch another whacker and a decent fish, I'll show you. If not, you'll see the fish I caught now, and I'm going. And I'll see you in the next blog. Thanks for watching. Right, YouTubers, here we go. Quick blog for you. I'm not doing a great big session this time. I'm just doing some your bits. If I catch a decent fish, I'll get it on cam for you. I'm just on a social with a friend called Dave. He's had a good time. We both had a good time. I've just caught a whopper. Well, I won't say a whopper, but it's the biggest fish I've had out of Pendle View. Bream. I've got a 7.5 £5. Beautiful, pristine bream, as you can see here. Oh, stay still. It fell to my maggot and corn rig. I'm fishing 40 yard out over a bedded area of crumb boilie, hemp, corn casters and some ground bait. Alright, is it going to behave itself? There we are. 7.5 £5 from Pendle View Fisheries, a mint bream, biggest one I've had out of here so far. It's a real big fatty. The mate had a 40 £pound carp. This will do me, happy as Larry. So I'm going to put this thing back, and I'll hopefully speak to you all a bit sooner, a bit later should I say, with another one. So let's see how we get on. Right, and here we are. Another 6-pounder, watery as hell, 4 spawning tubicles, bob on £6, caught a few hours ago. It's been in the net for a bit just to chill out. I'm over the moon. It's melting, so I'm going to get this thing back. I'm hoping for another few before I go home at 6 o'clock. It's now 10:30. Try and catch a few more and see how we get on. So there we have it, 6-pound bream. Fantastic. Right then, 5 minutes later from putting that fish back, I've got another fish. It's a female, it's another bream, and it's another 6-pounder. It's an absolute corker. You can see, oh, slimy. How about that? Another 6-pounder. Happy as Larry. So that's 3 good fish in a session. Can't say better, can't be happier than that, can I really? I've had loads of other bream, nothing massive bar 2 6-pounders and a 7.5. So I'm going to slip this beauty back and hopefully we'll catch 1 or 2 more. Brilliant. Right, I know I said this was going to be a short vlog. This bit here is just to apologise because I had a bigger fish on before, another 6-pounder, and as I'm speaking to the camera, which is you, I was giving it the old, you know, how big it were and this, that and the other, and the camera weren't switched on. So I had 2 fish within 10 minutes of each other, and one early, quite a couple of hours earlier. So that's a bit of a boo-boo on my side. So there's only 3 fish you'll see. There should have been 4, but like I said, it took bloody camera on, did I? Silly me. So this will probably, if I catch another 1 or 2, I'll get them on at some point. You know, I'll give it a bit of a jiggle around when I get in on the editor. So there you have it. It's time now is, let's tell you the time, 10 past 12. I'm going at 6. So I'm quietly getting things packed up, you know, make the job a little bit easier. And I've got a bit of bait left. I'm going to put that out, and hopefully I'm going to bring the bream back in like I did earlier when I got those 2. Well, I've had about 5 actually. I've had some little ones, but the 2 bigger ones came first, and then the little ones have been following. So there's obviously fish still there, so I might get this bait out a bit later in another hour and try and get them back in. So anyway, right, I'm waffling. I'll see you all later.